What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, man. OG is back. You guys already know what time it is with this cat right here. I don't talk about it, I stay about it. Well, anyways, people, today I'm going to touch a little bit about ketosis. I believe I already touched on it, but someone asked me about how do you get into that stage of ketosis, okay? So I'll elaborate just shortly on that. It's early this morning, got a busy day. But one other thing I need to touch on, and which I thought I was going to stay away from this cat, man, but I listened to one of his videos that he spoke about Riverside County Jail and what goes on over there. And then he spoke about SNY yards. You know what I mean? This guy straight plays favoritism. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, it's Renegade Media. That dude, he can't, man, I could compare him to Blue Devil. Let's just say like that, man. Them guys, they don't know what side of the field they want to play on, really. You know what I mean? But anyways, people, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, put your notification bell on all, share this channel. Let's get it to 10,000 subscribers. With 10,000 subscribers, I will start doing lives and I will interact with everybody. Now, before I go on, I got to give a shout out to all my channel members, my followers, my subscribers, and everybody that's been interacting with my channel, man. You guys keep me in the algorithm, and you keep me showing up, you know what I mean? Because like I said in the past, as long as I could reach one person, I'm cool, you know what I mean? I'm content with that. At the end of the day, you know, I am a full-time online fitness coach. If you want to get started in your fitness journey and becoming that best version of yourself, and if you want to start breaking them limited beliefs that you've had and getting those results that you haven't been able to get, you know, year after year, and more than likely it's because of your nutrition. You have to have a dialed in nutrition with the structured workout plan. Those two go hand in hand, just like salt and pepper. Okay. Now, with that being said, if you're ready to get started, shoot me a DM, High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. I will provide you with the blueprint that will get you the results that you've been chasing after time, and it's very simple. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Now, real quick, I'm going to elaborate just a little bit on ketosis. Okay, what you guys need to understand, ketosis is a natural metabolic state. Okay, that's where your body tends to burn fat, fuel instead of carbs. Okay, people that have a normal functioning pancreas and normal insulin levels will be able to get to ketosis faster than others, okay? It usually takes about 3 to 5 days to enter ketosis. Okay, so another thing, ketosis, you need to, in order to get to ketosis, you need to lower your carb intake and do intermittent fasting. Ketosis, it has so many benefits, which is important for overall health and weight management. Okay, so I know I've touched on this in the past, so that's why I'm going to keep it short and brief, because this morning is very busy. It's Sunday. It's a beautiful day, man. It looks like the rain is gone, but yeah, so it's very, very, very busy today. You know what I mean? My days have been really occupied all day, which is good. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. You know what I mean? Because you know, you think long, you think wrong, baby. You know what I mean? And you know what happens with that? When you start thinking wrong, you know, we end up making poor decisions and put us in places where we shouldn't belong. Feel me? But anyways, man, if you're ready to get started on that fitness journey, you already know, shoot me a DM or email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. There ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. You can't talk about it, you just got to be about it. Okay, now with that, let's move forward to Mr. fucking Renegade Media. This guy, he spoke on Riverside County Jail, something that he shouldn't even speak on because he has no idea what it's like over there. I don't even know what it's like to go through their county jail. Now, if it had similarities to what went on in LA County back in the day, yeah, they brought in the feds because the cops were using excessive force towards us inmates, you know. And one thing, you know, at the end of the day, hey, no one put you there behind them bars but yourself. So you can't be blaming shit on people, okay? At the end of the day, we make decisions for ourselves. You know, it's just like me taking a horse to water. I can't force it to drink. It's going to drink whether it wants to or not. Now, Mr. Renegade Media, this fucking guy, He shows favoritism. I'm going to tell you that straight right now. He's bashing an individual that got injured, supposedly. I don't know. I have no idea about it. An individual. He was a brother. They were on. They were searching their housing unit, so they had him outside in the yard. I don't know how this place is made over there in Riverside County Jail, but they had him obviously in the yard in 75-degree weather, which is very, very comfortable weather out here. But that may be for you and me. That individual that fell out might have been on hot meds. You know, there's people are all gonna differ. It's like this guy Big Lou. He's always coming on my thing and saying, "Oh, you could get free information from the internet. Go ahead. Go get the free information. The information they're giving is what works for them, not for you." On my program, I build custom nutrition plans for individuals. I teach them about nutrition. You're not going to get that on the internet. You're going to get so many different ways of going about things. You're going to over-consume your brain, and you're going to just throw the towel in and say, the hell with it. That's why it's important to hire a coach. Yes, I rambled on, and that's what this individual does. But anyways, back to Mr. Renegade Media. This fucking guy plays so much favoritism. He's talking about, in other words, oh yeah, he's seen guys, man, they cry about it, you know what I mean? Because they get their mail taken away, whoop, that's torture. You don't, my boy, come on now, torture. That's the wrong word to be using, you know what I mean? Inmates have rights in the system because we are human beings, but you got to keep in mind, at the end of the day, you're in jail, you're in prison. You lose a lot of your rights. You know, I've never heard of anywhere where it's legal to work for 8 cents or 3 cents an hour. That's modern day slavery. So, and that's another thing. Oh yeah, taxpayers, they pay for everything. What about what's going on in there with the workers that work right there? I never understood that. You know, I don't question it. I'm a taxpayer. You know what I mean? So if you want to say that, oh, taxpayers pay for the people to do time, well, I guess I paid for myself then, because I've paid taxes for many years. But anyways, behind them walls, you know what I mean? When you're working for less than minimum wage, isn't that a crime in itself? How does the CDC get away with it? I like to believe that they would claim that money goes towards their cost of living. So if you do the math, it pretty much comes out to it. You know what I mean? Because we should be making minimum wage. What's minimum wage nowadays? About like $18? You know, add that up. 40 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you're left with a balance of $3 at the end of your check. Where did the rest of that money go to? I like to believe that the inmates paid their way. It's just, you know, I can't get into that stuff. It's the way the CDC gets their grants and all that, and that's how they able to stay functioning and live the lives that they live, because they live very good lives. You know, they're very paid. Hey, I tip my hat to you guys. Do your thing. You guys are just doing it in a more professional way of getting away over on the system than us folks that landed behind them walls. So anyways, back to Renegade Media. This fucking guy, he is a trip, man. He's all for the fucking juras, the cops on this end of the story in Riverside County, saying, hey, it pretty much is what he's saying. Hey, if you don't like it, don't go to jail. You know what I mean? Because he's straight out putting it at this individual's over there crying and sniveling, and that a lot of people do that just to claim and make money off of the system. I won't say nothing about that. There's people out here in the real world that do that on the daily. You know what I mean? Some get caught, some don't. You know what I mean? Man, I was busted with the white collar guy, man. He was driving around in a Ferrari from just doing fraud. And I was supposed to tap in with him, you know, when I got out, but I said, nah, that's just the way it goes in there. You know what I mean? You just learn other avenues of criminality. Let's just say that. So if you want to keep on living that life, so be it. Hey, hook up with them cats. But if you want to change your life, you got to do like I did, man. Just step away from all that. You know what I mean? Because that's just for the birds. You know, I'm a firm believer. You keep on breaking the law, the law's going to catch up with you. You know, I thought I was smarter than the law in the past, and, you know, I was able to keep myself out a little bit longer every time I paroled. But at the end of the day, like I said, man, break the law, keep on breaking the law, you get comfortable, and you would get caught up, and you would land your ass back in prison. Now, from that, from that county jail, yes, I rambled on. Renegade Media decided to touch on SNY yards about the gang activity that's going on, how active it is. Obviously, it's active. It's the wild, wild west over there. There's no control. You can't compare general population to an SNY yard. SNY yard is gang banging. From what my understanding is, they've created cliques there. Back in the day, SNY yard could be dangerous as well, because then you got predators in there, that would take advantage of people. So more than likely, that's why these cliques in there were created, to create a legion of protection for one another. It's just like with anything, you know what I mean? Just like the certain individuals that were being picked on, and eventually they decide to form their own little gang, you know what I mean? And now they're out there. I'm not going to say their names. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. The Pisces were picked on, and obviously they put together a little clique and started fighting back. You know what I mean? This shit gets old. So more than likely, that's what happened with the SNY. But there's always going to be bullies, and then you figure if there's SNYs that were doing all day, they have nothing to lose. They're going to take advantage of that system. Why? Because there's not a higher power anymore. There's not a program. See, on general population, there's you got to follow rules and guidelines. You can't be bullying and gangbanging over there. So I don't know what he was saying about that shit, but he's talking about right there that these guys should be punished because this and that, because they're taking advantage of other civilians, this and that. Wait a minute. That's where you got to pump your brakes. You're no longer a civilian when you're in there. You're a fucking inmate. You broke the law, my boy. Did you forget about that? Like what you were saying in the Riverside County one? But now it's bad because these cliques, the 2-5ers, or I don't know the other names of them, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say the names because I really don't know them, you know what I mean? Macetas or I don't know. I forget what he said, But hey, why is it bad? You forgetting? Them people that are over there, the non-affiliates, this and that, they broke the law as well. So why do you got this favoritism? I don't understand that. Well, anyways, that's what I just wanted to elaborate on that, man, because this guy, he straight shows favoritism. He tries to play super cop, super detective, and narrate stories to the way he wants to tell them, And the reason why I say that, because I've listened to a few of his videos, and he elaborates on certain barrios out here that I'm very familiar with, and he tries to make them look like they're weak. You know what I mean? And no, I've like I said, I've done time with these cats. Especially from the homies from Paramount. You know what I mean? They've got some hitters, man. You know what I mean? And this fool, he tries to make them like it was some juvenile little incident that went on. You know what I mean? That's nothing. This shit don't happen like that over here, homie. That's in your fairy tale book that you're creating. But at the end of the day, like I said, yes, this guy rambles on, man. I ramble on a lot. It is what it is. But I'll tell you one thing I don't ramble on about is my fitness journey, man. I stay on point with that. So if you guys are ready to get started on your fitness journey and become that 10.5, shoot me that DM, High Power Fitness. Go check out my Instagram, High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_. I got over 2 years of material there. I got transformations. I have testimonials from team members. I got testimonials from civilians, people that weren't part of my team. I have, some meals that you could copy just to get you started. And once you get started and you want to take it to that next level, that's when you reach out to me, baby. You know what I mean? Sign up with the program, with the 3-month program. I will get you to becoming that best version of yourself. I will provide you and teach you and instill knowledge into your head where you could take this lifestyle and live it on a daily and make it a lifestyle for you. That's what I do day in, day out. You know what I mean? I don't think about it. I just do it. I don't talk about it. I be about it. I stay about it. I'm on top of my A game. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm 54 years old. And I guarantee I'm in way better shape than you, Mr. Big Lou. You know what I mean? So why don't you help these cats out there since you're over there saying you can get all this stuff for free on the internet. Hey, go do the research and see what works. By the time you figure out something that works for you, years will go by. I've put in the work. I build structured workout plans and meal plans for my team members. We make adjustments as we go because not every individual is going to be the same. Everyone's going to be different. So anyways, that's a shout out for you, Mr. fucking Big Lou. Making 100 racks a year, huh? Oh, that's all good. I used to do that too, truck driving. No big deal. I'm doing fine right here where I'm at, working in the comfort of my own home, doing what I do. Coming out here with no t-shirt, showing the squeezies, you know what I mean, 54, and helping people change their lives. But anyways, yes, I did ramble on. Yes, Renegade Media, that fucking dude is fucking strange, man. He tries to play both sides of the field, you know what I mean? It's okay to fucking beat up the mainliners, but when it comes to the SNYs, oh no, man, that's wrong. Them people are just trying to go home and all that. What the fuck? They weren't thinking about that when they got busted. Come on now, save that bullshit. You know what I mean? Everybody goes through that. They ain't scared until they get caught. That's when everybody's on their knees. Oh, God, help me this one time. I won't do this no more. You know what I mean? Nah. You know what I mean? You break the law, hey, there's consequences. I remember my dad told me that the first time when I was looking at my first 10 years. Don't do the crime if you can't pay the time. Don't do it. I said, shit, Pops, I could do the time. He reached back to crack me because he wasn't expecting that response from me. Why? I was a motherfucking knucklehead. Growing up in the hood, I didn't give a fuck. I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew there was repercussions behind the shit that I was doing. I just thought I was smarter than the law and thought I was going to get caught, but I got caught. I got by the cops. And now I'm different though. Now I'm a changed man. I'm here to help change people's lives, and I'm here to push that unity amongst us, man. So for my homies, my gente up north, down south, or wherever you may be, much love and respect to you guys, man. Keep on thriving, doing your thing. You know what I mean? When struggles get rough, just keep on pushing because tough times don't last. Tough people do. Now, with that being said, thumbs up, thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all. Share this channel. 10,000 subscribers. We will start doing lives, and the motherfucking YouTube yarda will become activo. But at the end of the day, zero tolerance for stupidity. There's no chequeadas. You will be removed. Now get up and get yours.